gonna blow.
There's no way off this roof. We're stuck.
If only there was some way to rappel down.
God, I love that man.
His muscles are bigger than
With plenty of shady characters in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, there is no one more private with her past than Rosa. Did she reveal anything about her past along the way? Let's find out. Our first moment comes from Season 4, Episode 11, titled The Fugitive Part 1. In this episode, the 99th Precinct takes the lead on a manhunt to look for the 9 prisoners who escaped during a prison transfer when a bus crash happened with only one witness at the scene. Rosa enters the bullpen. She is welcomed by Holt with a case update. He informs her that only one witness was present at the scene at the time. He then reveals the witness's identity as Marshawn Lynch. Rosa gets shocked and asks, "Marshawn Lynch? Marshawn Lynch, the footballer?" But you know Holt and how he responds. He replies, "I don't know his hobbies." He continued to state that Lynch is currently unemployed, to which Rosa instantly clarifies that he's actually retired. She proudly reveals that Lynch is one of her personal heroes after saying that he was fined for refusing to talk to the press. Now Lynch is in Holt's office, while Holt questions him as a witness to find out what he knows. He wouldn't talk, right? Nah, he just wouldn't stop talking about his peccadillo and nothing valuable about the case. And this twist had Rosa in shock that she paced back and forth until she finally asked what is going on, looking all confused. Yup, meeting a personal hero turned out to be a nightmare for Rosa. Rosa reveals about her past with yoga in this episode. While Amy continues to work on Figgy's sister Maura on the inside, Jake, Rosa and Holt team up with Bob Anderson to track down the FBI mole. Rosa offers help by letting them know that she could aid in destroying the security DVR footage, only if she could get past the security guard without getting noticed. Holt suggests an idea. He tells her that he knows a way to smuggle her in, but it could be a tight fit. Rosa admits that she can do it. How? That's where the mystery of her past unravels. She mentions that she does a lot of yoga, which makes her flexible enough to do the job. Surprised and happy to hear this, Jake asks her, "You do yoga?" Rosa subtly replies that it keeps her mind centered, but then she changes her tone and warns Jake if he brings it up again, she will hunt him down and kill him. Typical Rosa, ha! Jake, looking threatened, agrees. Rosa deals with a challenging situation involving her mentee Sam. When Sam is brought in for shoplifting a phone, it makes Rosa very angry. To help her with the situation, Terry introduces Rosa to her own ballet teacher, Miss Miriam, in the conference room, saying that he had hunted her down to surprise her. But why did he do this? Terry tells her that it is to show what level of change a kind and nurturing presence could have on her life. However, Terry is really surprised when Miss Miriam begins mocking Rosa's posture and character after Rosa tells her that she doesn't dance anymore. However, Miss Miriam instructs her to perform. Yup, do some ballet in the conference room. Rosa just obeys and starts performing simple steps. Then tells Terry, "See Sarge, tough love works," taunting Terry. Now Charles, Amy and Gina are with Rosa to celebrate her bachelor party. And Amy introduces a fun drinking game, which is actually a quiz game about Rosa. Hearing this, Rosa seems happy and exclaims that everyone is about to get drunk. And when the game begins, Rosa asks the first question about her favorite soup. Everyone gets the wrong answer, and Rosa tells them she never drinks soup. The game then continues with everyone almost drunk. Rosa then asks another question about her first word. The gang provides some dark answers. Well, knowing Rosa, no one could blame them, right? Rosa then reveals the answer to be Dada, emphasizing that she was just a baby when this happened. The fun just gets better when a drunk Rosa casually does a handstand after everyone answers no to whether she could do it. Amy then challenges Charles to come up with a better activity than this. And later, Charles passionately tells Rosa about his plan of taking them to a restaurant which only serves small intestine. When Rosa expresses disappointment in him, he reveals that it went out of business and then takes them out for a demolition of the building. Rosa gets hyperactive with thrill and points out to Charles that "I've been dreaming about this since I was a little girl," and hammers down everything there while shouting. To help the team infiltrate FBI headquarters, Rosa begins practicing yoga privately in the break room after making sure that no one is watching. All the while, Terry teaches Jake to do a pull-up using his beefy tactics and tells him, "Use your muscles." Jake replies with a sarcastic answer. And then there is Holt preparing to distract the security guard at the FBI headquarters using the guard's intense interest in sex in the city. Gina is teaching Holt about the characters. Again, Rosa privately does a planche with perfect balance, then reads a book while stretching in an unbelievable position. Isn't she a badass? Gina still tries to teach Holt about the characters, and when Holt raises his doubt about the show saying, "I don't get it," Gina whispers slowly, "Oh, but you do get it, sir. See, now you do." Rosa takes the yoga to another level when she is seen bent into the tight space in the filing cabinet after Scully takes a report box. To everyone's surprise, Jake finally completes a pull-up and receives applause from everyone. Then they all get ready for the operation with the help of Bob. The operation begins with Holt assuming the undercover role of distracting the security guard while Rosa sneaks out from hiding in the trolley. Rosa goes into full stealth mode, which is really funny, and quietly resets the security camera in the guard's station, after receiving Holt's confirmation to go for it with the phrase "cock-a-doodle-doo." Jake moves in through the vent and forcefully opens the vent, which results in the vent falling down and making a heavy noise, getting the guard suspicious and alert. To distract the guard further, Holt raises his voice and purposely makes an incorrect statement to get the guard furious. The next reveal begins in the episode when Terry asks Jake if Rosa and Pimento are still doing it in the briefing room after telling him that he left his phone there. Hitchcock, who has been standing in front of the room for a while, well, you know, for obvious Hitchcock reasons, tells Terry that they're just talking and pervertedly delivers the funny line, "If they're just talking, why work here?" All of a sudden, Rosa and Pimento comes out, with Pimento revealing his epiphany by saying life is funny. When Terry mocks this, Rosa jumps in and says that life is short too, and that they decided to pick up the relationship where they had left and their decision to get married the next day. In this episode, Terry tries to make a jump through a high fence using parkour in an attempt to copy the movement of a criminal involved in a case, but he fails to do the parkour stunt and reports to Rosa standing beside him that it couldn't be possible. This is when Rosa brings out her wild side and does the stunt with ease. Terry, shocked out of his mind, inquires Rosa how she could do that. Rosa lets him know about her dark past. This is actually where she first admits to having practiced ballet in the first place, taking us back to her memory of fiercely doing a highly demanding ballet routine with a really funny smile at the end. Hearing about this, Terry gets worked up and tells Rosa that he wants to do it himself and that he would just follow her steps. Does Rosa have a medical background too? After Amy tries to catch a criminal by jumping from the 3rd floor to the ground, she tells Rosa that her knee hurts. This is when Rosa simply reveals that Amy may have a dislocated knee. When Amy asks her how she would know about that, Rosa tells her that she went to medical school for 3 years, then goes on to change the subject to criticize Amy, questioning why she jumped in the first place. Amy defends herself by pointing out that it was to make up for letting him get away almost 7 years ago. As the conversation continued, Amy told Rosa what she had figured out about the case while breathing through the pain. Then Rosa brings up her career in business school by using her analogy saying, "Never leave your money unprotected. That's the first thing I learned in the business school." Amy gets amazed again and asks her about her background in business school. Rosa shocks her even more by telling her that she also went to pilot training. Hope you enjoyed watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you.